Core narrative, a single number that shattered reality. The script argues that the speed of light, c, is almost equal to 186,000 miles per second or 299,792 kilometers per second, is not just a fast speed, but a cosmic speed limit built into the fabric of reality. Understanding it leads to mind-bending consequences like time dilation, length contraction, and the relativity of simultaneity. The historical journey to measure c. The script beautifully traces the 400-year quest. Ancient assumption, instantaneous light. For most of history, light was thought to be instantaneous, supported by Aristotle. Early challengers like Empedocles and Ibn al-Haytham proposed it had a finite speed but lacked proof. Galileo's failed experiment, 1638. His lantern experiment on hilltops was conceptually right but doomed by distances too short and human reaction times too slow. It proved light was extraordinarily rapid. The astronomical breakthrough, Ole Romer, 1676. Key insight: observe predictable delays in the eclipses of Jupiter's moon Io. Reasoning: when Earth moved away from Jupiter in its orbit, the light carrying news of the eclipse had farther to travel, causing a delay. When Earth moved toward Jupiter, the light arrived sooner. The prediction famously predicted a 10-minute delay for an Io eclipse on November 9, 1676. He was correct, proving light has a finite speed. Estimate: 140,000 mi/s, about 25% off due to imprecise knowledge of Earth's orbit size. Independent confirmation, James Bradley, 1728. Phenomenon: discovered stellar aberration, the apparent shift in star positions due to Earth's motion, akin to tilting an umbrella in rain. Significance: this effect only exists if light has a finite speed. His calculation, 183,000-187,000 mi/s, was within 2% of the modern value. The first terrestrial measurements. Armand Fizeau, 1849, used a toothed wheel and a distant mirror, over 5 miles. By finding the rotation speed that blocked returning light, he measured 194,600 mi/s. Léon Foucault, 1862, refined the method with rotating mirrors, achieving 185,000 mi/s, 0.6% error. His crucial 1850 experiment showed light travels slower in water than air, decisively proving light is a wave, defeating Newton's particle theory. The precision artist, Albert Michelson, refined measurements further, 186,350 mi/s. His most famous work was the Michelson-Morley experiment, 1887, designed to detect the luminiferous ether, the hypothetical medium through which light waves were thought to travel. The shock: the experiment found no difference in light speed regardless of Earth's direction of motion. The result was null. The ether didn't seem to exist. The cliffhanger and bridge to modern physics. The script ends on this pivotal moment, Michelson and Morley's failed experiment to detect the ether. This null result was a crisis for physics but paved the way for Einstein's theory of special relativity, 1905. Einstein's revolutionary insight was to take the constant speed of light as a postulate and discard the idea of the ether entirely. From this single fact, that light speed is constant for all observers, regardless of their motion, all those mind-bending consequences, time dilation, etc., flow mathematically. In summary, the transcript tells the story of how humanity progressed from believing light was instantaneous to measuring its staggering speed. Used ingenuity, from Jupiter's moons to toothed wheels, to measure it. Accidentally performed an experiment, Michelson-Morley, that disproved a fundamental assumption, the ether. Thereby set the stage for a complete revolution in our understanding of space, time, and reality itself, a revolution the script promises to explore, likely in a follow-up video on relativity. The narrative is effective because it frames a complex scientific concept as a detective story, where each scientist builds on the work of predecessors to inch closer to a truth that ultimately challenges our very perception of the universe.